I still remember Thomas coming in, my son, and he looks around the house and he says, "Dad, I feel like I got punked." And I thought to myself, he saw the home when I lived here by myself with just the essentials. And I have another story of a friend of mine up north who said, "Well, don't let her take over the house, Tommy. You get her in, and before you know it, it's her home." Well, as you have seen, it's just an amalgam of both us. And the blessing is we both love the same style, color, all these great architectural and interior designing techniques that Lisa has. I'd already thought of them.
So good to be back with you. We've been busy this past month in March with a backyard landscaping remodel. We are in the process of removing all of our concrete and replacing certain parts of it with stone. The rest will be soft and some gravel for an old world feel. I don't know what it is about these rustic elements of stone, but Tommy and I we're just kind of crazy about stone. It is the setting for our family and friends to take us all back in time, and just there's something about it that's very relaxing. And that's one thing that we want, is a very relaxing space to gather with those that we love. I've taken lots of video clips, and let's go back into March, and I will share with you through rain and shine and everything in between. Come along, join me for this fun remodel.
It'll be at the same level as the inside of the house, and we have these large 6-foot openings,
Okay.
sliders, and so now it'll all be the same floor level.
Okay.
So that way it increases the size of living space, indoor to outdoor, and as the Led Zeppelin song goes, in through the outdoor. So you can be sitting out here and you're not quite sure if you're inside the house or outside the house, but you have a roof, you have plaster, you have chandeliers, you have columns. These are door columns. And when it's all said and done, the home living will actually be close to 1,000 feet longer.
Early Saturday morning, and the guys are going to be here before I know it. So I moved all the furniture against the house, took all the accessories down for the most part, because when they cut the cement, it's going to get dusty. And yesterday they brought some of their supplies, and they made sure their mallets were working properly. It's amazing how much strength goes into breaking up cement. We're gonna get a sneak peek at that here in just a few minutes, but this is it. Moved the furniture and prepared. It's a rainy day, and I think the guys are gonna probably enjoy being out here. It's a fresh spring day. It's not too cold. Perfect day for some serious workout.
Van a decir, señor García, ya se necesita la pieza.
Ajá. Y sí. No te haces tantito porque van a ver tú. Dale una vuelta a la cuchara para que vean un caleta así de cerca.
Tommy, I'm so excited to have you on our channel today. The guys just left yesterday afternoon and they had finished the backyard stone. And it's been quite a few months of activity around the Ematerio household. So I just wanted to get your take on, how you feel about all this new stone that we've put in.
Well, it feels like a whole new home, Lisa. It does. When I wake up, I opened up the shades today and I go, oh my gosh, we live in Morocco now, or we live in Spain or Italy. But the stone just completed the home.
Mm. That's so sweet. Well, it has. It's been, I think we started in March with the front, and we've put in a lot more than we anticipated because it started with the portico, and then we're like, well, why don't we do the loggia? And then, oh gosh, I guess we should do around the pool. And now next week, we're just going to have them finish off the courtyard. But we sure do like stone, don't we?
Well, we were blessed to have great artisans, Lisa.
Yeah,
I mean, why we started in the front, that took us years to come to that decision as we overanalyzed just about every kind of stone or tile or brick that you could think of, or we could think of. But we saw how wonderful it was, and they're such a part of the family, our artisans or our crew. I hate the word installer. Yep. But then I'm thinking, oh my gosh, let's go to the back. And so we have great people. We have a great family.
That's true.
And now when you take a look at the pool out here, you kind of go, oh my gosh, it's really the way this home was originally planned 12 years ago when I built it. But when you came, it changed everything up. And it's so wonderful to have a dear wife or somebody else who has the same mind as I did. So it was so easy to start putting our things, our stuff, where it went from a bachelor pad with just the essentials, a TV, a nice floor, a nice rug, and now it's just a beautiful home of ours. Um, but it's really exciting for me because it's 12 years I've thought about this, and it's a blessing to have somebody who thinks like I do, and then I believe that you think like I do. That sound right? But you know what I mean. But yeah, it's a blessing. It's just wonderful to have a great crew here that
It's so true. The crew, the stonemasons who've been doing their craft and their artistry for 22 years is this family, and they've become like family. And now we keep thinking about we're going to be so. We were talking yesterday how sad we're going to be when they didn't pull up to our home, but they're precious, and yeah, we really got lucky. It's such a pleasure to have you here. It's only fair to have you participate in this conversation. I don't think the subscribers, all of our wonderful subscribers, really understand how much of a big part you play in all of the design decisions that we've made. And that really, when we met and we started talking architecture and design, we realized we shared a passion, and this has been a collaboration, not just in design, but it's really the marriage that we have is we don't always come to agreements immediately on
you
things.
process a lot slower than I do, so it doesn't happen overnight.
I don't know. He says that. I don't quite know what that means. Well, we took a lot of time on the stone.
We analyzed just about every angle, the sight line, the light, and color, and
But what I'm talking about is when we haven't agreed, that's when we have to kind of work until we find something. Like even when we're antique shopping, there are things that you're like, "Hey, come look at this," and I'll be like, "No," and I'll likewise with me. And then the things that we bring home are the things that we both love. So that's a big part of our marriage. And so that's a question I have for you is um, that's a big change from being an independent bachelor. I was independent. We were both raising our families and single for years, and then 6 years ago was the beginning of big midlife changes. So I just wanted to ask you about that.
well, to go back to the house, the home, our 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 villa, as you call it, or as we call it. I still remember Thomas coming in, my son, and he looks around the house and he says, "Dad, I feel like I got punked." And I thought to myself, he saw the home when I lived here by myself with just the essentials. And I have another story of a friend of mine up north who said, "Well, don't let her take over the house, Tommy. You get her in, and before you know it, it's her home." Well, as you have seen, it's just an amalgam of both us. And the blessing is we both love the same style, color, all these great architectural and interior designing techniques that Lisa has. I'd already thought of them, and I didn't even know her then. So we are very like-minded when it comes to things of the home. And it's been easy to put our things together and to go back. I didn't have to give up much when Lisa came. I didn't.
I gave up my home, but we've created this beautiful home together. One of the things that we really agree on is nature and illuminating nature in everything that we do. If you think about it, even our wallpaper depicts nature. And when we let the natural sumac around the property grow, and then we put in this stone and we covered and eliminated concrete. And that's just been really neat. I know that you grew up as a Boy Scout. You were an avid backpacker. So I just wanted to ask a question about the idea of stone, or even all. We still have softscape that we need to put in. We still have we have like a bocce ball stone, like beach court right here.
Either that or cornball or corn. What is that called? Cornball?
Cornhole.
Cornhole.
But and we still have more dreams and things that we want to do as far as building a stone wall around parts of the property. And I guess the last question I have for you is, why can't we leave well enough alone?
Because we're curious, Lisa.
You think it's curious?
It's curious. We are always looking at ways that we see that would just add to our home here, to our life here. The idea of natural. It goes without saying that our home is old world. There is a portico, there's a loggia, and now there's stone around the pool. So my vision way back when was a European home. And it looks more and more European or Italian or Spanish, something that you wouldn't see in Southern California.
Yeah.
But the stone is just the home. It's the bones of the home, the colors, the stone, the natural topography in the back of the house, the sumac. That just grew, and look at how beautiful it's been. Yeah. And but that's why do we continue? Because we're artists and we're creatives, and that's what we
can't help ourselves.
We can't help ourselves. It's an addiction.
I think it probably is. Yeah,
but it's pretty gosh darn
I think we need
perfect.
to get into bird watching.
I'll get some binoculars for that.
I doubt you've seen the movie Under the Tuscan Sun.
Yes, I have.
Oh, well, before it was a movie, it was a book.
It was in the movie. She's single, looking for a man.
Well, no, she was single looking for a house.
And then a man.
Right. And the book, Frances May's Ed, is actually her husband. And they moved to Tuscany together. And that was my
Impetus?
No, that was my highest dream. When I was single, was like, someday I would love to move to Tuscany with someone who loved to design as much as I do, and that just we could share this life together. So I just wanted to thank you for
reading that guide.
Yeah. I don't know if I want to film this. My Under the Tuscan moment with you.
That's so
Time
good.
with you.
That's so good.
Dreams do come true. Yeah.
Aww.
Thank you.
You want to see more of this? You want to see more Tommy? Push the button.
So glad I'm recording.
Now I'm Chip Gaines. Is that what you heard? Oh my God. Chip.
Now that I've collected myself, of course, we would love for you to subscribe. It's always a pleasure being with you. I've loved bringing you into our lives, and now you get to see the full spectrum of our life together here in Southern California, and we hope to see you again soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.